All right. What's going on, people? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. James Carrington, back at it again. How y'all doing out there? And if you're new to the channel, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to subscribe to the channel, to like the episode, and also to hit the notification bell. All the information you need is right there in the background, as you can see. So go ahead, please hit that mash up the subscribe button. Please mash up the subscribe button for me. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and if you don't mind, please share this episode with loved ones, friends, and family. So I'm gonna give you guys exactly 30 seconds to do that, no more than that, and I'll be right back while you guys are doing it. 30 seconds, y'all. 30 seconds. All you gotta do is just hit the subscribe button. And after watching today's episode, if you don't feel like coming back, you can unsubscribe. But I guarantee you will definitely be coming back for some more. So I try to keep this entertaining and lively. Alright, you're done hitting the subscribe button. And for all of you who have subscribed so far, I just want to say a big thank you. Okay, your efforts haven't gone unnoticed. I really appreciate it. You know, a lot of the big YouTube guys, they all started somewhere, and that's what, you know, this here is also about. You know, I just got on YouTube about 2 months ago, so little by little we're gonna get there. For those of you who are helping me get there, I just want you to know that I appreciate you. All right, anyway, let's get into it. No more wasting time. Let's get into it. So I happened to stumble upon this YouTube channel called Tony's Cheating Stories. And basically, so big shout out to Tony's Cheating Stories. I would recommend that you guys go over there and subscribe to his channel. He's already a big guy, a content creator. He has hundreds of posts, already has 20,000 subscribers. But the reason why he has so many subscribers is because his channel is just so entertaining. Okay, I stumbled upon it because it was a recommendation, and now I look forward to listening to his shows or his episodes whenever he puts them up. And basically what the channel is about is just it's the theme of his channel is basically touches on the subject of infidelity from the husband or a boyfriend's point of view. So basically his story is about men that are have written about their experiences with their girlfriends or their wives or their significant others, mostly female, cheating on them. And you know, I don't think the essence of the channel is to basically say that all women do that, but I think that if you consider the fact that the red pill community and the manosphere and you know, is looming larger than life on the internet now. Okay, there's this revolution, this gender revolution that is taking place or has been taking place for quite some time now. Okay, which is opening a lot of men's eyes to the true nature of females. I think that if you consider all that and you put all that into context, then Tony's channel has a place or deserves a place on social media now. And the service that he is providing, he is basically just telling you what is going on out there. And it is a channel for people who are naive. It is a channel, well, men who are naive, And even some females who are naive, because there are some women who might not think that they are privy to certain proclivities, either because they're in denial or because they're overly quote unquote religious, or they're just, I don't know. Either way, the point is this man's channel has a place on social media, and he's just telling stories. He's just telling stories. And if you listen to all of his stories, I mean, you'll be entertained. You will be shocked. Some of you might be unfazed if you are a veteran. Okay, if you've been a red pill consumer for a while, you're not going to be fazed by it. But overall, it's a channel that teaches you a lot about what goes on behind the scenes in a lot of people's marriages. Okay, I've told you in the previous episode, and the previous episode seemed to resonate with a lot of you guys. I got a lot of likes on that episode, so if you haven't seen it, go back and check it out. It's called Why Every Married Man Needs a Contingency Plan. And so anyway, I'm talking too much. Let us get into it. In this particular one, he's going to talk about some lady. I got permission from him to use the clip, by the way. So he's okay with me sharing this video with you guys. So let's get into it and let's listen to the story that he has for us. And as he's speaking, every now and then I will interject. Okay? All right, let's get into it.
Is called My Wife Wants an Open Marriage. I filed for divorce. I never thought I would be in this situation. My wife of 21 years wants to open our marriage and have other partners, but I am not comfortable with that. I would just rather file for divorce and move on with my life. This is a tough decision, but I know it is the right one.
Okay, now let me interject here. So here's a gentleman whose wife, they've been married for 21 years. And she wants an open marriage. First of all, that speaks volumes, okay? Usually the people who come, the gender that is, or we've been taught that the gender that more than likely will come and ask for an open marriage is the male gender. In other words, if you have a couple, a man and a wife, and the topic or the issue of an open marriage comes up, it's usually the man who brings it up, right? And men's ideas, or a man's idea of an open marriage usually is, let us bring another female in there. It's not more so like, well, you know what, let us just go out and bang whoever. I'll go out, bang whoever I want to bang. You go out, bang whoever you want to bang. Usually in that type of scenario, it's more of like an unspoken thing. It's like, okay, I'm doing my thing, I know you're doing your thing too, okay? And it's never verbalized, unless if you're Will and Jada Smith, supposedly, because supposedly they were in an open relationship and they both agreed to it. Or unless if you're a swinging couple, right? But for a man and a woman, a husband and a wife, to be there, they're just there, there's nothing going on, and for one of them to suggest, you know what, let's have an open marriage, usually it's the guy who will come out and say that. And again, I would think it would be the guy saying, it's more so like, listen, let's bring another female in here because you don't stimulate me as much, because we all know that as men, as we get older, our libido goes down, right? Testosterone levels drop, and so it takes more to excite us. Okay? It's a very rare man, that you will find whose wife continuously keeps the fire in his loins burning. Those men are very far and in between. Maybe, I don't know, 1 in 1,000. There are some men who are okay with just, boning one woman for their entire lives. Okay? Without the woman doing anything special. Okay? And then there are some men who, or I would think that most men, as long as their woman or their wife keeps it fresh, they will still be attracted to her. She keeps herself in shape. She's still feminine. She maintains her femininity, and does everything to spice things up in the bedroom. I can see how the man's attention will solely stay focused on her. He might have a tryst every now and then outside the marriage, but for the most part, he still returns to her. Okay? He's boning her 98% of the time and maybe 2% outside. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Okay. So, in this case, though, the female is the one that came and said, let's have an open marriage. So that speaks volumes of his wife. All right. So let's go ahead.
A few years ago, I caught my wife cheating on me once, and I forgave her. So I know that she is not loyal to me. That was the final straw for me and made me realize our marriage was over. It all started about 3 months ago. I noticed my wife's behavior started to gradually change towards me regarding intimacy. We were not as intimate in the last 3 months. I mean, drastically less. She was also talking about wanting to open our marriage. I asked her what that meant, and she said it meant that we could have other partners, but still be married. I was shocked and hurt by this. I told her that I would never be okay with that, and if she...
When I started my business in 2011, I chose
God, I hate these ads, man. But hey, it is what it is. Y'all gonna have to deal with it too.
Wix, and it was really because the aesthetic that Wix...
Alright, F out of here.
If she wanted to do that, then we were done. She said she was sorry and that she would never do anything to hurt me or bring up the subject again. But even though she apologized, it felt genuine. I still had a horrible feeling in my stomach. A few weeks ago, I found some suspicion.
I would have a horrible feeling in my stomach too. Okay, so let's unpack this for a minute. This gentleman here, I don't know. He just seems like a genuinely good guy who really wanted to be with just his wife. And here comes the wife talking sideways about she wants an open marriage, and they've been married for 20-something years. I wouldn't even be surprised if she had already been sleeping with other men prior to this. It's just that maybe she got tired of sneaking around, and it just got to the point where she just said, you know what, F it. Let me just tell him that, hey, listen, go do your thing, I'll go do my thing or whatever. But when it gets to that point, again, if they're not a swinging couple, and if that is not how they started their relationship, and if it's not that the man is the one that's asking for it, and even by asking for an open marriage, it's more the way as a straight heterosexual man like myself, if I tell my wife we want an open marriage, it's more so like, listen, I want us to bring another female, or I want us to bring more females into this marriage so they can stimulate me, okay, so I can be a better lover to you. But any discussions about any other male genitals in this relationship is off. No. Okay? The only testosterone that's going to be in that room is mine. And I know it sounds selfish, but that's just how it is. And this is the problem with when society tells you that polygamy is wrong, because it is not. Okay, monogamy has been forced on us, and we're just all in this pretending to be happy in this monogamy thing that we got going on. But it takes hard work to be monogamous. Okay? More and more studies are coming out that are showing that monogamy is actually, contrary to popular belief, monogamy is actually even harder on women than it is on men. And you know why? They didn't even need a study for that. You know why? Because for the longest time, we've been taught that women are okay with just sleeping with one man. We've been taught that, a female's virtue is mostly intact if she stays with one man. And so women are stigmatized when it is found out that they are adulterous or they've committed adultery. Society is harder on women than it is on men. You don't think that does something to women? It keeps them confined in a little box, and that's why I can see how it would be harder on them. But for the longest time, it's almost as if society, male-dominated society, since the creation of time, has always felt or turned a blind eye to the notion or the idea that, women might feel maybe sexually quote-unquote oppressed if they're being told that, hey, listen, you only have to dabble with one man. Think about it. Just think about it. And so as society opens up more and more, now that is why you're seeing things like polyamory, and you're seeing women that have two boyfriends, women that have two husbands, and stuff like that. And then you have women like this lady in this story who's coming out and saying, I want to be in an open relationship. You get it? Anyway. So this gentleman here, I don't know what he was thinking. The woman had cheated on him once and he had found out. And for whatever reason, he decided to stay with her. Okay. I think it is safe to say that about 99% of men, that is the deal breaker. We can't stand the thought of another man's genitals inside our females. I don't care how good of a wife you are. You let someone else, you let another guy smash you, you're out of here. You're gone. But this guy, again, he's a rare kind, and he forgave his wife. He forgave his wife, right? So, unless if maybe my wife is a billionaire and I'm, maybe she's old, she's 60 something years old, and I have made sure that I'm way younger than her, and her will, if she passes on before I do, she's gonna leave me all that money. Then maybe I might allow, like, okay, Betty, you go ahead and you let's open relationship. Yeah, hoping that she'll die soon so I can inherit all that money. Oh man, that's effed up. Anyway, let's go back to the story.
Just text messages on her phone from a guy she works with. I confronted her about it, and she said he is just a good friend. We talked about company issues, and that's it. My wife works for a real estate firm. She does pretty well for herself. I didn't believe her, and I asked her if she would be okay with me reading the messages. She said yes, but then she got really mad when I did. She accused me of not trusting her and said I was being paranoid. I told her that I trusted her, but I didn't trust the guy she was texting. She said I was being ridiculous.
Nah, bruh. This had nothing to do with the guy. You just didn't trust her. You didn't trust her. It's not the guy that you didn't trust. You didn't trust her. She's the one you didn't trust.
And that I needed to stop reading her messages. I told her I would stop reading her messages if she would just tell me the truth about what is going on with her. She said there was nothing going on and that I was just being ridiculous. I said okay and gave her phone back to her, but I still didn't believe her. So, as the weeks go by, I noticed she was coming home later and later, and didn't really interact with me. When she finally did get home, she would go upstairs and take a shower and then come downstairs and watch TV.